Commissar, halt! I have heard the stories of your ineptitude, and have seen the devastation it has brought. Your failure could cost the Imperium this world. You are no longer in charge. Choose your next words with exceptional care.
Howdy folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, Mighty Bjorn, and today for you I have a brand new Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory video for you, and that's because I've been thinking about a campaign that may interest people, and that's because I've been thinking about Epic 40k Final Liberation. Man, what a great game. Moldy oldie, really takes me back to the day. I want to talk a little bit about Epic 40k Final Liberation and why I think it'd be a great campaign, give you some context about the video game itself, and maybe you can figure out a way to use this as a campaign for your Wrath and Glory setting. But, so, essentially what it comes down to is, it is an orc invasion of Volostad. Volostad essentially is, I believe it's a Forge world. There's not a ton of information out there, but I'll get into why I believe it's a Forge world in a little bit. And essentially, when the orcs invade the planet, the Volostad PDF tries to put up resistance and fight back, but essentially due to incompetent leadership, both with the planetary governor as well as the planetary governor's military advisors, basically the orc Wa runs rampant on the planet. And basically the orcs capture and turn everything orky in their wake. So basically what it comes down to as the orc invasion is going, war boss Skrull seemed pretty much unstoppable, that he was pretty much going to take over the planet. And this is basically where Commissar Holt gets involved. So essentially, a request for reinforcements was actually put out from Volostad, and Commissar Holt would be one of the first ones to answer the call, and essentially he would bring a regiment of Mordian Iron Guard with him. Now, with that being said, there was also a small group of Ultramarines within the sector as well that answered a call for help. And essentially, between the Mordian Iron Guard and the Ultramarines, who actually set up a beachhead for the Mordian Iron Guard to land, basically the Imperium fights back. Now, there was also some other regiments that answered the call from the Imperial Guard as well. This involved Cathachan Jungle Fighters and Trillion Desert Raiders. It was actually pretty cool that because the Trillion Desert Raiders actually show up with Lehman Russ battle tanks. And essentially, these combined forces actually fight back and defend the vital Titan manufactorium that was on the planet. And that's why the planet was important. And that's actually what they were preventing the orcs from taking, was actually the vital Titan manufactorium. Understand that there's not a lot of Titan manufactoriums left. Who knows? This might have been one of maybe 5 in the whole Imperium. And of course, the Imperium might actually have more than 5, but, you know, they don't have many. That's the point. And the nice thing is about Epic 40k Final Liberation, it actually it's kind of the first game that really embraces Warhammer 40k in the whole scope of grand warfare, where you have Titans involved. There's Orc Stompas and Gorgons. They even feature some of the heavier War Machine type vehicles, such as the Shadow Sword in the game itself. Now, interestingly enough, there was also Rough Riders featured in the game. The only thing is, I can't remember if it was part of, if the Rough Riders was part of the Trillion Desert Raiders, or if they were part of the PDF. I don't know. You could really swing that either way, because I know the Trillion Desert Raiders actually does have Rough Riders within their companies. And this really just kind of scratches the surface of everything that Epic 40k Final Liberation actually had to offer. And the nice thing is because it's not realistically a fully fleshed out campaign, or that there's a fully fleshed out story with lots of fluff and lore and everything else to it, that you can take and make changes to the campaign, if you will, such as you could evolve other units, such as the Death Corps of Krieg involved. Besides, everybody likes Angry Shovel Boys. You could even use other Space Marine chapters, such as the Black Templars, the Crimson Fist, the Salamanders even. Blood Angels, you could use any type of chapters that you want to. As well as you could even change up the enemies a little bit. Yes, it was primarily an Orc Wa, but Chaos actually likes to stick its nose whenever there's a major war going on. So that's a good opportunity to even bring Chaos into the mix, or even Tyranids, as a Tyranid invasion could even happen while this war is going on for Volostad. But anyway, folks, I'm actually going to wrap up today's video at that. I'm going to keep it kind of short. Hopefully this gets you all thinking about maybe Final Liberation and maybe a way you could use it as a campaign setting for your Wrath and Glory campaign. Anyway, folks, once again, thank you all very much for tuning in, and have yourselves a wonderful day.